Hello and welcome everyone to Disco Elysium. Last time we had a strange meeting with our inner mind again after finding our ledger that is now in our inventory and even in our hand. The ledger of failure and hatred. We can interact with that and inspect our old cases to learn more about ourselves, and we will certainly do that. But for now, we have to talk to Garde, the manager, once again, and head back into the cafeteria. So let's do that. Also, time is progressing, as you can see here, and so I need to keep an eye on when I will be able to enter both the kitchen and the union room, or the room that is reserved for the union. Oh, the kitchen is now open. That is good. And I thought that reading those old cases of ours is a good way to progress time when we need it. So I will use it because it takes roughly half an hour. So we will use it when I have to advance some time. Here's your trash container key. Thanks, I hope you found what you were looking for. We're not... I found the victim's clothes. How? Strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fatigue state. Could someone on your staff have put them there? Yeah, who else has keys to the trash container? The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though. Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Turns to the man. Thank you anyway. Could someone of your staff have put it there? Sylvia had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with a crime scene. Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fatigue state. Or no, fugue? Fugue? What is that? I don't know that word. He grimaces. I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Well, true, but that is why I know so much about it. I saw another thing at the whirling. Another thing. Great, I love those. I don't have the money yet, but let's go in the kitchen. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Ooh, money. Dorsey Quebec. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a complete foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gorosy and Quebec. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Gorosy Quebec. Please, it's not funny. Ah, Gorosy, I have some questions to ask. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. You got some impressive pots here. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sound of assorted dishes boiling and simmering in the stove. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. What a weird thing to say. Blue door. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. Interfacing. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe? It leads to a side building adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. The door does not budge. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? The winch outside in the backyard, remember? No? Your fingers do. There was a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator. Huh. Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look at it as a side investigation. It's hardly a side investigation, you already have a name for it. No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door. Nice! It's hardly worth the title. He looks at the door, then you. Anyway, Garte is the person to ask about, the cafeteria manager. Well, back to Garte. Or Gart. One of the two. We're not good with names. We don't have to be, because we're a master detective. And an expert karaoke singer.
Can I help you?
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door, he shrugs. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the fritter warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his fingers across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay, a little, he shrugs. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. Oh yeah, you're a big deal, I know. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Well, okay. Maybe I can pry it open with my trusty crowbar. Guess that doesn't work. Maybe the pliers? Pries? I mean... Okay. Only not. Can we talk to him about it? Do you know what's behind that door? Point to the blue door. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. Well, stay masculine, my friend. Well, take that off for now. I did want to talk to that lady upstairs again, though. By the way, pretty good tooltips so far in this game. Sometimes they feel in games a little useless, but so far they have been quite helpful. Also with some pronunciation advice. Always appreciate that. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside. Tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in this world is doing something without you. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. Beauty, don't abandon me in all the ugliness. I'm so alone. The door is indifferent to your loneliness. The world does not care. This door can only be opened with a key from the inside. Damn it. Lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Well, fine. Jeez. What about this? Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. Well, Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard to not trip on the tape and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor. Unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. The smell of vomit in here. This is where the magic happens. By that you mean crimes against humanity? I defied bourgeoisie morality in here. I defied it hard. I have no idea what that means. He looks toward the exit, longingly. Well, guess fair enough. Okay, so let's go back down then. Oh, there's a guy now. Was he there were those two there the entire time? All about money, you know. Sleeping Dockworker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. Colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Pick up the pills. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. Exactly. You've just picked up medicine. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Click on the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. Inspect the piece of plastic. It's a Dockworker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stared back at you from the photo. Santiago as John. Steal the Dockworker's ID. Yes! Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. And the man? The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. Yeah, swipe through the pocketbook. Money! You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. Feels nice and greasy. Yum yum money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee. Does the lieutenant see me? No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully. Steal the document. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look like the man on the document. Oh. The sleeping Dockworker has a little to say about your action. He remains silent. Let's leave. Let's don't risk it. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid spilled out. Electrochemistry. That sugar black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Pretty long. It's drink o'clock. Attaboy, it's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there. Not thinking about drinking all the time. It was like you weren't yourself. I've been secretly thinking about it all this time. Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. I'd love for Garte to serve me up a beverage. Forget about the bar, or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink here too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man, let's get wild. Lick it. Oh, we're such a weirdo. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out the window again. What are you doing? He asks without turning his eyes from the street outside. Investigating. We should move. Could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostril was beautiful. Find booze and drink it. The hangover feels really bad. You have to take the ash up. Find a bottle of alcohol, put it in your hand, equip it in the health slot in your inventory, and then the magic will happen by its own. Okay, we have to find a way to the secret pad. We have so many things going on here. We have to ask Kuno. Okay. Dockworker's shift card. That's good. Okay. That was helpful though. Let's leave. I think I'm committed to play this character as this wacky mass of a person who for some reason also is a pretty good detective, but just a complete dumpster fire. Let's see if I can talk to Kuno. Very low. I want to discuss the body with you again. What the crime scene? Yeah, I want to discuss the body again. Anything else here? The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did it get there? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene. Listen, he stops here. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there. Dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. He points to his pants. Your size. Good price. 500 real. You have to be blind to not notice the giant white letters "Fallen" running down his trouser leg. Wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around. Okay, What's so great about these pants? Big, these are fall modulars. Liquid fit, performance, crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Ooh. Believe it, you need this shit. He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new. These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. It will also make you into an idiot. I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk later. Alright, Piggo. His face lights up. Shit's rolling. Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's got to steal all your money, Kuno. As you can see, Kuno nods towards the fence. Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust. There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now. There's also the... Oh yeah, maybe show him the mug. The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yes. Does this adequate depiction of South Samaritan man have anything to do with this? Yes. Does this quaint, better not take out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain, he whispered excitedly. You saying you pigs are after the muck fucker? Cause he's the closest fucker. Can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno. That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Cleaned some of it up. Shit, that stands, he thinks for a moment. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Muck guy gonna get tied to the radiator, he nods in approval. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there, and if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can. Tell Kuno who it was? He's curious. He likes putting two and two together here. Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. She lets out a hiss, even meaner than before. Get away from my Kuno! Yeah, Kuno jumps back. Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to scene with a popo. Get your shit down and out of Kuno's face. Okay. Ever climbed the ladder? Look at that fucking shit, he screeches. You try and get Kuno killed? So you would say that ladder is unclimbable? Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno not a fucking acrobat. Lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook. It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno. What's in the greenhouse over there? Dunno. He shrugs. Kipped ass gardener used to work here. Kipped is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminoese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Lilmara. Not so much anymore. The gardener used to work here? Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. He fills his lungs with the rancid air. His eyes get a little watery. Shit! Shit's nothing to Kuno. So you mean the young woman by the whirling in rags, the gardener? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit. He looks you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself. Yeah, her. What was she doing in the garden, in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds. Yeah, I should ask her about it. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious. Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there. That's just some shit roofing gimp's left behind. Lazy dinks. He's hiding something. Are you hiding something? Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden, he says with exaggerated confidence. But it is not hidden, is it, sir? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again. I might have some questions later. Don't want to try that with 3%. So, let's look at this again. Okay. Because there's a secret door behind the panels of Eternite, that's why there are two orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door. Nice. Ooh. What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate. We sure will. Let's me safe first. Okay. Secrets. Oh. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. Oh, it's the hideout of the kids. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean. Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it. I swear. I was just thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really, really good detective? No, I'm just a regular detective. Thank you very much. I wasn't thinking about taking it. Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of narcotics. The lieutenant points to the letter in the corner. Yeah, swift lightning justice. Faster, harder, justicer. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? Secret path the local kids use. Poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. A cured pig's head. It looks mummified. An empty tube of magnesola magnesium supplement. Magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy, magnesium-rich life. Money. Yeah. Let's see where that leads. These barrels are half full of rainwater, okay. Oh, we're going, okay. This doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the rooms together. Postcard, Grand Kuno. What does that do? This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarters. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, and an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Wow, that's lovely. What's the music all of a sudden? Where are we going? Policeman cloak. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing there. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can almost definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun! It's a cop cloak! Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your days. Do I look like that? Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I just go for it? Jump? The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, he looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below. Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meters tops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you. The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what the pockets may hide. What exactly are we doing up here? What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're about to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Let's look around. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalson 1020K. Motherfucker! Now that's a huge crane. Yes, that's one way of putting it. He turns to you with a faint smile, then looks back at the crane. Certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We're focusing on your cloak here. He looks at the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. Let's go for it. Here we go! Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you. Heal morale, nice. Ankles stinging from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You're ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. I knew you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in. Nice. We're so capable. One shivers as Bree the corp. Yeah, it's better. Look at how good we're looking all of a sudden. Can't investigate it though if there's anything in it. I hope we're maybe finding my ID, which would have been nice, but I guess that's too much to ask. Collective rain. Not even sure what we're doing here, but I guess we're investigating. That's what we're doing. These 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Commodore Red was what we were drinking, I think. Night Watchman's booth. This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud. Kim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside. If you must. The lieutenant looks around, but please hurry. We're pretty easy to spot up here. Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Take the picture. Photo of a happy couple. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in the street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera. Why did you take that? The lieutenant asked, glancing at the photo. Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. Of course you are, he says matter-of-factly. What murder investigation would be complete without an arbitrary photo collage? I like the dynamic between the two. Is there a way to get down to that side? All around you, great machines in Byzance. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. I assume we're not allowed to be here, so... Crane control panel. A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Illumor and Éteindre are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Illumor on, Éteindre off. With an loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps, the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled. What do you mean? Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted, and now it will rest. Can't see how that was worth the ruckus. He looks at the crate, except for seeing the crane in action. Oh, that's off. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. Okay. Which is good. Ooh, another health item. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Kvalsund. Kvalsund means whale fjord in Arden. Let's see what's inside. Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard. Kim, I think there's something about this container. You do? Because I don't. What? Why not? There are millions of containers here. Why are you fixated on this one? It's hanging from the train? I don't know, Kim, it just feels special. Maybe there's contraband in there. It was hanging from the crane, that's why. You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We're not here to interact with containers. We're here to talk to the Union, right? The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. It doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. Open the door. You attempt to turn the handle to no avail. The door seems to be mechanically locked. Can I open it with... Well, that's the photo of the happy couple. Can I open it with the crowbar? No. Apparently not. It's a little bit disappointing. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Money! The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Oh, can I... Oh, no. Oh! Found Ultra Series gloves. Oh, look at that. Industrial sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Look at that. There's a guy. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow with waves on red. Easy Leo.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi. From the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund, Sic on Mundi.
Container, container, used to be Walpines. Container, container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you.
Everett, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you're not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his face. No, of course not.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
Doesn't seem to be waiting for you to
Just
answer.
some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Yubi, right? Oh yes, born and raised in Iraesh, mister. Mom had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumors. What are you doing with the containers? Well, I'm just making some covers for the containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. He waves at the containers, towering them. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of container rising behind him. The containers in the yard are green in wild pines livery, and the mountain rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container's yard's core. There appears to be a cistern underneath the Union container's cover. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the colors? What's underneath the red colors? Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Why do you need to change the covers? No, not really. Oh, has anyone told you why? No, not really. He shrugs and continues merrily. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them everyone. That is good to know. This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Yes, they're hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debardeurs Union logo on them. Thanks, Leo. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all, the little guy affirms merrily. Where's everyone? The harbor's empty. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. He leans in with a confidential look. We're on a strike, the whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha, we haven't worked for 2 months now. So no one is working? Not everyone is down there, of course, he chuckles. Mr. Everett is in his office, where he always is, and Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. He pauses to think. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble, and Everett sent them on a nice vacation for a week or so. He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into? Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. He smiles and leans closer. Him and his boys stirred something up in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off. Did they kill someone? No, I don't think they killed anyone. The little guy shies away from you. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking. He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him? Fair enough. Do you work here? Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Balek. But everyone calls me Leo. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. He chuckles. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. Goodhart chuckle again. Who is this Miss Beaufort? Lieutenant looks up at Leo. A real pretty lady with a skin like those Deux and Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done, and me and my missus sit down besides the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. I think you're doing a great job here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the bossman's shoes, Leo. You see the stain in Lieutenant's dark eyes when they meet yours for a moment. He does not approve you ridiculing this little man. Oh, mister, I do a lot more than that. I really do most everything around here. Mr. Everett said many times I'm irreplaceable. He's still smiling, but his voice trembles ever so slightly. What's in the container over there? Oh, that one. He looks at the container. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. I'm looking for the leader of the Dockworkers Union. Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this neighborhood. He coughs, then continues immediately. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys. He's not here. I just want to know where I can find this man. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course. He points to the 2 joint containers on your right. Okay. Well, before we talk to Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, I think this is where we ended for today. Thank you all for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a thumbs up. Maybe considering subscribing to the channel. Share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That all helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Disco Elysium tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.